Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to another episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is Season 7, Episode 7. It's called The Totally Excellent Adventures of Mack and the D. So that's a very interesting title, which means something's going to be weird. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video and please consider subscribing. That helps so much. Almost to 1,000, so that's going to be exciting when we get there. If we get there, who knows? But what happened last time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? A few things happened. So yeah, last time I feel like the biggest thing that happened was Mack and his parents. Him having to kill the Chronicoms that had been impersonating his parents and the aftermath of that. Of him like going off and sulking at the end of the episode and then getting left behind, him and Deke getting left behind in the past. So it'll be interesting to see like how far into the future the rest of the team jumped. Hopefully not too far, because you don't want Mack and Deke to be like crazy older than the rest of the gang. That would be a weird vibe. But other important things that happened, Nathaniel Malik was able to take some of Daisy's powers, not like take them from her, but like give them to himself as well. I think they tried to say that he possibly died from having all that stuff crash on top of him. I don't think he's dead. It seemed a little too quick and unceremonious for it to be him actually dying. Like, they moved on super fast. But Sousa got Daisy back to the ship, so that was good. Coulson sacrificed himself to destroy a bunch of the Chronicom hunters. And yeah, that was pretty much like the main big things that happened in the episode. Gemma had the little robot thing in her neck readjusted because she is like, her memories are slipping, so she is remembering things that she's not supposed to know, and she's forgetting things that she probably should know, so she had to have that fixed. We'll see if that plays in over the rest of the season. Maybe. I'm still hoping and praying that we actually see Fitz, because I love the man, but, you know, I'm starting to give up hope that he's even going to be in this season. But yeah, so this episode looks like it's going to be mainly focused on Mack and Deke just chilling in the 80s, you know, doing their own thing, vibing. But we'll see what happens. Again, before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like and please consider subscribing. But let's watch some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agent Shaw, I want a full report. What happened? Start from the beginning.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me, and we'll find out.
That looks like Chronicom speak, possibly. Is it the Sybil lady? Yeah, I knew it. Bad news bears. Don't ever respond to that. It's like the worst. But random computer starts talking to you.
Mack!
Do not respond.
Mack!
Listen, I'm sorry that you lost your parents. If there's anything else we could have done different.
You could have followed orders. Who are you to take a life in your own hands, even if you think it's right? Ripples, not waves. Remember?
Deke did the right thing. Come on, man.
I lost my parents early too. Okay? And I still think about it every day. If you want to talk, I'm here.
Hello, Wessel.
It's messed up.
Hello, Sybil.
Thank you for returning my voice.
You sound like an actual woman. I won't
This
sleep until you're
this
standing here.
dude's gonna be the one to make her a body. You kidding me?
Heyo!
Okay, good.
Aren't you a sight for beautiful eyes? It's been too long. Figured I had to just bring the hang to you, you know? Yeah, thought maybe you'd want to kick the ball around. Go down to the park, get some fresh air or something. Oh,
Yo, Mac.
I think you accidentally threw it out into the front yard, but I'll get it. Meet me out here. We can play it quick.
Mac, what the heck, dude? Dude, that beard though.
Hey, Mack. It's New Year's Eve. I thought you might want to celebrate.
Yo, you're just gonna have to beat him up, Deke. As large of a challenge as that would be, you gotta knock this guy back into his senses. How does he afford this house? Like, how does he afford to pay for electricity? He doesn't have a job, I don't think. He just drinks and builds model cars.
Brought you some flowers. Yeah, to mark the occasion.
A truly human gesture, which I appreciate.
It's nothing. Just
This guy's in love with a robot.
matched your eyes.
Oh, what? Dude, Russell. That was not the move. The leather pants. Okay.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. My name is Deke Shaw. And I wrote this song.
No, you didn't. That's so good. I love this song. Don't you forget about me.
I said you wouldn't believe me.
See about me. Oh, dancing to me, baby. Tell me all your troubles and doubts. I like it. I like he's continuing his trend of just taking things that already work and repackaging them as his own. Don't you forget about me. I like how you can clearly tell that he is not, absolutely not singing this in person. They dubbed this over so hard. This is the encore? Dang, what songs must have they played earlier? I like how they're just dedicating like 3 minutes of the episode to this song. Beautiful. A wholly original song by Deke Shaw. Never doubt him.
You made it! Ah! Gosh! Bring it on home. Complete the journey. Oh.
The band is a cover. Director,
Yeah,
I'll introduce you to Deke Squad.
you are literally the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
She runs covert ops and tactics.
doing nothing.
Tommy and Ronnie Chang, aka the Chang Gang.
Chang
Both masters
Gang.
of disguise, not to mention total honeypots.
Olga Pachinko, resistance from the Balkans. Only speaks limited English, though she is fluent in the international language. Demolitions. And finally, there's Cricket. Cricket's, well, I mean, mostly we just really needed a drummer.
Wait. Didn't you tell me that dude was shady?
Yeah, but that was before I found out he had a steady job. Doing what? Selling coke. I've never seen him drink any.
Look, I appreciate the effort you put in. Please tell me you didn't.
The Lighthouse, baby, let's go.
Of course you did.
What an honor to meet you, sir. We are a really, really big fan. No, I mean,
This is a top secret military facility, not a party pad for you and your friends.
Well, they're making better use of it than you were.
Doesn't seem fine with it. And improvise.
Hey, let's go.
Admittedly, there's been some real soul searching here.
God, listen to this guy. So humble. You know, he single-handedly demolished the Chronicons, right?
Actually, it cost me both hands. It's good you
True.
came back. From what I...
Tell me she built a cooler body. Yeah.
What's going on?
She's building a
I need to
friend.
expand my
Russell, you're about to die.
You know too much.
Oh. What the frick?
Good to see you, Mack.
That was so weird.
Last year hasn't been easy for you.
You go.
What is it?
All our training.
Great Elvis. Guys, that smile upon us. Nice.
That means a lot.
These guys suck.
nice work, idiot.
They're straight trash.
Olga!
I think that was supposed to be a paint explosion. Shotgun X.
Designed it myself. Chromed out blade, almost zero recoil.
It's beautiful.
Kidding? Think I'm gonna let my director go out in the field with anything less?
Much of the right.
Is it a paintball gun, shotgun X,
Coulson said you'd be reluctant. You've been in the
or a
back.
regular
The
one?
team needs you to get it together.
But that's not a team. It's a bunch of losers playing dress up led by a Peter Pan in constant need of attention.
Look, you can say whatever you want about me. I can handle it. But don't you ever talk about my team that way.
This is you repeating the same old.
Fans, they have my back. And they won't give up on me when the going gets tough.
Unlike
Just like I
you.
won't give up on you.
I didn't ask for that.
You didn't have to. Because that's what friends do for each other.
Can you please help me? I am lost.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
They're both gonna die.
What's your name, sweetie?
My name is Dumb Robot.
Okay, don't insult the robot. That's a,
Should not have patronized
yeah,
me.
recipe for disaster, my dude. I like how they also went with the 80s vibe in terms of how people die,
I don't need a lecture right now.
where it's just a spray of blood and just weird looking stuff.
It's not me you should feel sorry for, it's that kid of yours.
What'd you say?
Don't play dumb. He looks just like you. Even has your name.
How do you know about him?
Deke checks in on him every couple weeks. Brings him his brother's school supplies, toys.
Oh, Deke.
Drum kit.
I didn't know.
Of course not. You left that kid. What do you care?
He didn't leave that kid. That kid is him. Yoda, if she better not die. Ooh. I like that line though. Exterminate. Doctor Who reference. The same thing that just. Oh, that's so much blood.
Can you please help me?
I am lost.
I think it's. But somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna pay.
Dang right, Deke. That's not Deke, that's Mac.
Robots?
Yeah, no, it's just babe.
Who else would it be? Ghost Rider. Dang it. That would have been way cooler. That chain lights on fire, Ghost Rider's there. Drag this robot to hell. No, don't shave. Don't do it. You Rat bastard. I love the Karate Kid outfit that he's got going on right now, though. Yes, shotgun axe. Let's go, Cobra Kai for the win.
You and I got a score to settle, short circuit.
If only they had Senior Chang.
Hey, lug nuts. Say hello to the Deep Squad.
You did it. You killed that robot. Don't kill her. She have laser eyes? God dang! How the frick did Russell make this? Russell knows how to create laser eyes. Snipe that biddy with a shotgun. Ooh, child. What'd she do with her time stream?
Nice work, D.
Thanks,
Just called him D.
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy! Nope, roger that. Oh, she's got a little mini robot that's just here to get this thing out. Oh.
Last semester you got straight A's. You racked up a high score on Ms. Pac-Man. And you cried buckets when you ran where the Red Fern grows.
That stays between us.
Not making any promises.
Uncle Marcus.
Yes. Pass on your drunken hobby. Except this time you'll do it when you're sober and 11. They got a whole system going, boy. Let's go. Good thing made in Morin, because Coulson definitely always comes back.
These are SHIELD agents.
They even got suits and stuff.
Let me introduce you.
Mac ixnayed the band ASAP. Stupid little robot has to go so slow. Just making its way across town. Oh, he is alive. I knew it.
You know, I'm confident we'll make a perfect pair.
I knew that he did not die. And that's the end of the episode. Okay, that was kind of a heartwarming episode. It started off rough. We started off with Russell getting a visit from Sybil, and they definitely leaned hard into that the stereotype of super nerdy dude just looking for any sort of love, and when a robot lady comes calling, he falls in love with her and will do anything, and yada yada yada. Builds her a new body, all that jazz. Builds her like a low-key like a Power Rangers robot body, and that was good. That was good. And then it cuts to Mac. He doesn't want any support from Deke right away. He's just gonna go, live in his house and drunkenly build cars. Because I'm guessing that's something that he did with his dad when he was young. And, understandable that Mac can mourn for a little bit. And, maybe he thinks that they were completely left behind. He might possibly believe that the Chronicoms had all been destroyed. And so, the rest of the team is not coming back for them. So maybe he thinks it's just him and Deke forever until, he rendezvous with them when they're like 80. But he just, if it was all about his parents, it's a little annoying because, one, I mean, they were technically his parents, but not really, because in his timeline, he lived his entire life with his parents. Like, his parents were still alive in present day. Yeah, his parents were still alive in present day, and so the parents that died were technically like an alternate timeline, and so he was really just moping. He was moping for parents that, I mean, they were his, but technically they weren't his. It's weird. And he's just sitting there drunk. Deke's trying to visit him, trying to be a good friend, and he just like refuses to do it until Deke is like, "Hey man, this is super important. Come to this dive bar." And Deke's in a band just playing songs that he definitely did not write. And I love it because it's exactly what he did before with his tech company. He just took S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff and repackaged it as his own. And this, he's just taking other bands' stuff and using it as his own. I like that they dedicated like a full like 2-3 minutes to this song. Like, that was wonderful. We learned that not only is he in a band, but this band is like a secret cover for S.H.I.E.L.D. And Deke's just been low-key doing it himself. Like, if Mack's not gonna step up and be the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, maybe this shows that maybe Mack shouldn't be the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know who they would pick to replace him. Maybe bring Coulson back again as the director, but like, if Mack could just completely crumble in a situation like this, you know, he's got to have some stronger mental fortitude than that. But this team has been training under Deke's tutelage, and they're not good at all. They freaking suck. They're all kind of quirky. Cricket dies and his girlfriend dies. Coulson's in a TV, which is kind of funny. I liked the aesthetic they used for that. Is very like 80s video game, like CGI from the 80s type stuff. Like, the whole aesthetic vibe of this episode was real nice. Like, every outfit they had was perfect. Deke is so good of a friend to Mack. He made him a brand new chrome shotgun axe, like very like RoboCop-esque shotgun axe. And you know, he's talking to his bandmates like, "Oh, Mack's so great. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. He's gonna be the best leader." And he's even checking up on Little Mac and his brother, bringing them groceries, school supplies, you know, whatever they need, he's got it. And Mack's just sitting here drunk off his butt, like, doesn't even care. And I like the fact that the other band members kind of told Mack off a little bit, being like, "Yo, you suck. He's been saying you're great and you're trash." Like, he's just such a good friend. The robots, yeah, they killed Cricket and his girlfriend. I liked the weird, like, just the design of the robots was super 80s. Like, it reminded me of the like friendly assistant robot from the original Power Rangers series, but I think that was in the 90s, but the robot still had the same kind of vibe. And then the one robot had the line where he goes, "Exterminate," and kills people. That was real nice touch there. Yeah, Mack finally gets his act together, and gets the headband. Very definitely looking like a member of Cobra Kai, Karate Kid vibe going down, with the cut off sleeves and just his arms. Ooh, child. I want to look like Mack when I'm 50 years old. That man is 50 years old. What? The one thing that I noticed, which was very 80s, was the way that people died in this episode, both Russell, Cricket, and Cricket's girlfriend. Just very, like, super low budget, but also really visceral and tons of blood. That's just another aspect that they stuck to with the 80s vibe. And just kind of like the whole theme of this episode of, like, surviving against these janky ass killer robots is super 80s. What else? Every member of the band was dope. Olga was great. Just the weird things in Russian she would say. I hope if she remains part of the team that she has not improved her English at all. That would be perfect. Yep, they're killing the robots was definitely very reminiscent of 80s movies, 90s, early 2000s, like almost like Disney Channel movies where they're just using whatever means necessary to kill these things in just like the most low budget janky ways possible. And I loved that they leaned into that. And then they also, like, even with the action, it was very 80s-esque of just, like, the lines they would say while they were fighting, the shotgun usage from Mack. Like, all of it was perfect. I loved this episode so much. And they didn't stop Sybil, but they destroyed the robots that came to hunt them down. And then I liked that Mack and Deke at the end go visit his younger self because, you know, Mack's been neglecting this the whole time, and even the bandmates think that it's his son that he just abandoned. I hope eventually maybe they learn the truth so they don't think that Mack is just this scumbag who abandoned his children. Even if he was just being a crappy dude for the last year. What else? Oh yeah, and then it ends with Yo-Yo and May going to get him, and they go to the lighthouse and they find him, and everything's good to go. Coulson's gonna get a new body, and then it ends with Sybil handing off the time stream to Nathaniel Malick. Now, I knew he didn't die. Last episode, as soon as he was crushed, I was like, there's no way that man's dead. That was way too quick for him to have died. Like, maybe there's certain types of quick deaths that work really well in movies and shows where it's like you can obviously tell that person straight up died, like they just get obliterated and you can see the blood and the guts and whatever, or they get hit by a truck. You know, they're like, when it's very obvious that person is dead, that's when the quick deaths work great. But when you're not sure, when you're like, oh, I don't know if that would have killed him, and then they just move on, that person's 100% alive. So I knew that Nathaniel was gonna be alive. And then so yeah, with Sybil handing off the thing to him and kind of forming a partnership. Like, she's just forming a partnership with everyone. They formed a partnership with his dad, now with him, just constantly improving technology way beyond what they should be doing. I liked his little janky little dirty mustache. I don't know. He's a good actor, so I'm glad to see him going. I'm glad to see that he's going to be in more episodes going forward. Like, I just think his whole vibe is great. Yeah, he's goofy. This was a good episode. I think this was definitely, even just, again, the vibe of this episode was so 80s, even just the fact that a lot of the storytelling for 80s movies was, you know, some of the conflicts wouldn't necessarily be these huge bombastic things. It would just be these small, self-contained little stories that often had really heartwarming aspects to them. And I think even that aspect they touched on for this, of like this The conflict, I mean, the larger conflict of this series is obviously big, but the main conflict of this episode is super small scale, just destroying a few robots. Like, they destroyed, what, 2 to 3 robots in this episode? That was it. That's the whole thing. Super small, self-contained story with a larger, heartwarming, almost redemption arc inside that episode. And I think that even in itself was super 80s. And again, like underground bass. Had hints of Stranger Things season 3 in there. But I loved it. I really liked this episode. This whole season has just been fantastic so far. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is by far, like, other than the Netflix shows that were, like, the Marvel Netflix shows, and Stargirl's really good. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been consistently the best superhero property show on television for the past 7+ years. It's friggin' fantastic. I hope, I don't know if I should make a prediction of when we see Fitz. There's 13 episodes this season. I say Fitz appears episode 10, and they have him for the last 3 episodes. That's just a guess, though. I'm kind of losing my voice, and I've barely been talking. That's just a guess. We'll see what happens. I don't know what this man is gonna do, Nathaniel. He's got Daisy's powers, and now he has the time stream, so he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Most definitely. But yeah, I think those are all my thoughts for this episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. What did you think about Mack's journey throughout this episode? What do you think about Deke? Who is your favorite bandmate? And how do you think they're gonna play in going forward? Yeah, that's all I got. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you loved it. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.